Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Reverend Zookeeper. We happen to still be in the city of Beloit. We want to shout out the beautiful construction work the people have laid out. We have identified photo enforcement surveillance, possibly through Zookeeper R. Show, and we speaking on grant proposals for artificial intelligent well-designed traffic control. As we try to see if we can get some new artificial intelligent Angel Museum, Riverside Park, Turtle Island Festival grounds, parking situations going on in the city of Beloit. Uh, in the Rock County region for all the humans who happen to populate the Rock County region. We want to shout out this beautiful piece of construction work that the humans have come up with and put on highway sign South 51. It's a beautiful situation. Let you know it's a lot of construction work that's near and dear in the city of Beloit as we traveling and trying to figure out if artificial intelligence, well-designed traffic control should be something that we should consider in a human time frame when we got Elon Musk and went to the moon, and we got Mark Zuckerberg so rich, and we got the likes of Donald Trump and all the wealthy families sitting back trying to figure out who else could come up with something to generate income for us and the government as we focus on generational wealth, will and testament. And we got a situation where we think that she might be a little loose. She might just need a little touch up, if you will. She too shaky. I mean, we don't know what's going on with her and her foundation. Maybe we should put some concrete foundation here. We want to shout out this human who come up with this situation and edified construction safety for the humans under artificial intelligence grant proposal and surveillance programs as we talk about IT and we talk about we want to get the police on the channel that's not internet or not Wi-Fi. We want to be able to pay for this light pole structure. We got a few wrinkles in it, she a little rusty, dusty, and crushed. We got the cones out, and we want to let the government know why we need this situation. So as we talking to the government tonight, we want to shout out Diane Hendricks, ABC company. She out here still trying to edify for the memory of Ken Hendricks and the beautiful things he had done. Shout out to Vets Road. Shout out to Riverside Drive. Shout out to the ABC Supply Company. It's Reverend Eagle Condensed, man. And we really in it. And we want to make sure that every light pole structure that get touched, I mean, we want to be able to pay for. We got concrete coming on a bridge. And we want to talk about bridge safety as well as we delegated. We got nothing on North, though. We took South. No, South, she looking good. Say South, she looking majorly good. She looking more than wonderful. She's sitting up so pretty. Look at her. She's sitting up so beautiful. And then we got nothing of North. We have nothing to 51 North. We got confused. As Zookeeper say, the best slave for God and edifying life for the people who got companies that may want to put a little bit more illustration out in the public. Well, we say safety cones should edify the things going on in the construction realm when humans get out here and play with construction equipment because they got a construction mind. They went to school for it. And Zookeeper say what we trying to do is in the city of Beloit, we trying to, and shout out to ABC Supply Company. National Support Center 1, ABC Parkway. We wanna shout it out tonight. We wanna do a show for everybody so everybody can see if they can work with their lawyer tonight to try to get us some money. We not seeing things like the Zookeeper. Zoo say we got camera situation that's not up to code. We got IT that's not up to code. We got the police out here on Wi-Fi and internet, but then the criminals in the public got Wi-Fi and internet. But then we also got situation where the police know they do have anonymous sources that the likes of, Jeff Bezos and all these people have helped. But we want to make sure when we do get this construction going that, this never happens. We want to put a steel foundation here. We want to put concrete over it, but we want to make sure we do it right. We want to look at Guilt versus Confight 6, 5, 8, Fed 3rd, and 82 and 83. We want to understand what it means to be a YouTube auditor. We want to understand what it means to come out here and have a legit government interest. As you say, you got an interest in protecting the government, and you want to update the security of the government, but the government been bucking on getting they security updated. It's Zookeeper rookies. He say let's slow it down. Then we want to talk about the Trump campaign and why, the Zookeeper went in on Donald J. Trump so viciously the other day, because he say if him and Trump been delegating on the show and he been rooting for Trump to get back in office, and he say Trump was going to be in office, he predicted it before any of the madness had happened, and after the madness happened, Zookeeper say, I still support Donald J. Trump. He's an economist, and an economist is someone who would not think like you if you're not an economist. I mean, we got a lot of people claim, and then we never want this to happen. We got construction cones tilted over, and we want to make sure when we get the cameras, in the business district area, rookies, this all business district area, we most dubiously see ABC, we most dubiously see the park, and then we most dubiously see construction cones knocked over by some vehicle, some human. And Zoo, he say he nice enough to pick it up for us today. He say we're gonna try to line it up. We want to make sure. We want to make sure it's legit. Zoo say it's legit. We see it on video. It's standing. It's looking good. He come out here and touch his portion. And Zookeeper say, you not with traffic control. Please don't attempt the things that he do. But he say, he in the city of Beloit, sitting back fat like a rat, broke and rich at the same time, trying to talk to the rich people, the broke people, the poor people on the Sears campaign, but nobody has seen things his way. It's been 2, 3, 4, 5 years as we've been trying to figure out what is artificial intelligence and what is writing a petition for writ of certiorari to the United States Supreme Court to get your case heard. And Zeus say he and Trump the only people he know now in human lifetime to have went to the United States Supreme Court, if you will, and won. And Zeus say he won anonymously so many times, but the people couldn't believe it. Shout out to Trump. But we also want to make sure we having a little competition. So Zeus say right across the street, somebody come up with a situation for Kamala Harris. Vote Kamala Harris. And he see that ain't nowhere in the picture. He want anybody to win that's with God, but he say he think preferably and righteously so. Donald J. Trump should get the microphone one more time because he know how the government work. He know the advantages. He know the disadvantages. He know all the policies. He know all the process. And as he talked about rewriting the Constitution, Zookeeper say he want to invite Donald J. Trump and Kamala Harris to think about this new thing that Zookeeper say would be relevant for the government. We got the president and the vice president going against each other. But then we want to see if we could do another election after the presidential election to see if the vice president and the president could somehow become under one cabinet with their best members. And whoever lose as the vice president, they get to then pick 10 members of their cabinet. You know, the best. We want the best, most sophisticated human minds that God created under any circumstance, under any race, under any origin, any creed, to see if we could get the surveillance of the code in the city of Beloit, in all city where the police happen to come to work. And Trump and Vance, we don't know if they gonna veto. I mean, downright veto the molestation that was done to the Trump campaign, to tell the people that Trump could get the people out of recession if he create a Trump tax and help the government take more money from the poor people. And as we talk about rich and poor people, we want to see what the middle class people think about this, and what the people with all the money think about this. We might know what they think. They might get a great kickback because they contributed. But what about the people who ain't got a dime? They really want to support Trump and let him win and do his thing and see how God's going to let it work out. Is it going to be another January 6th insurrection, or is Trump going to be able to fix all that buffoonery that happened, putting all legal protection on it? This zookeeper, he say, we in the city of Beloit, and we at the Trump Vance Make America Great Again sign. And sign and symbol for the conscious mind. And Zeus say he sees so much construction work going on down here. And shout out to Stale, but he really didn't do Zookeeper right. But Zeus say, as we notate, and we really lock things in Zookeeper School. He say what we want to do is ensure that no camera, it's not working. So we got a situation. We got a situation. We got one camera out. If we just look closely. Zeus say if we just look closer, we could see that one right there. She out. We could see that one right there. What's she doing? She not the same color as that. And we want to make sure the people that's getting paid all the big bucks, the top dogs, the guys with the suit and the uniforms on. We want to make, and shout out to Rock County All Veterans Reunion. He could say he a veteran as well when they declared a war on thugs, when they declared a war on drugs, and they declared a war on terrorism. Zoo was a terrorist at one point in time. He was against the government, but now he say he pushing the government to think about creating artificial intelligence program in the Rock County region, and he gets so much backlash from the human that's in church, that's not in church, that's working for the government, that's not working for the government, because they have not thought of this thing called artificial intelligence. So now they mad. We got a situation, Rock County All Veterans Union, Saturday, September 21st, Beloit VFW, live music, free to veterans. And is it free to the public? It's not said. And if it say, you don't mind this. You don't mind this too. He say, we want to ensure that it's open to the public. Zeus say he don't see none of that. We want to see who running the program, who can we contact, the email missing, the phone number missing, know how much it costs might be kind of missing. Zoo, he want to know what has happened. We got a situation Well, we got the Rock County All Veterans Program. They doing something. September 21st, 2024, in the city of Beloit, at the VFW. And then we got traffic control that's just so off. We got it from down there all the way to here, but now we got the cones out. And we want to make sure that now that we got the cones out, that we really get the most money out of this project. We want to make sure every light pole pay for itself at a rate of 1 times 50. We want to see, since it's a legit business district, and we got a situation where Zeus say under the 10,000 interchangeable business district codes, we got a situation where it just ain't up to code, and the people been screaming it's up to code, but then now we got the cones out, and some big wig then said this man Zookeeper done made us look bad. He putting us on YouTube claiming that we ain't up to code. Then the code guys get to kicking in, talking about, no, they not up to code. Let's challenge them on that. Let's give them a call, because we want to stop the madness that Zoo has done to the people because they wasn't up to code. They were cheating. And as we talking about cheating in the human's mind, or whether or not it happened, whether it didn't happen, did voter fraud happen, did Trump get cheated? Is this why the U.S. government agreed to give him another chance? And this time, can we get a situation that's not internet and not Wi-Fi to really vote and to really register the people that's legitimately registered? Because we had some people, and the people didn't want to accept it, that was kind of voting, but they couldn't really vote because they was not here. And we got a lot of people that's not here, but people using their name. And that's a sick situation, but the people say voter fraud didn't happen, and Trump really was crying like a little bitty baby. But then if we go to the scientific notation of it, we go to the artificial intelligence based facts of it. If we trace it all the way down to the most microscopic scrutiny in science, and how could somebody vote when they dead, then we'll figure out what's in Trump's head. But Trump has been created and generated enough ruckus in his campaign to kick up ruckus. Well, he say now he in the seat where he could be voted back in to fix all the problems he feels that the government has had in a situation where he was able to finagle his way around the government. And as we talk about governmental affairs and the do's and the don'ts, we want to talk about the lawyers. We got so many lawyers that Zookeeper has come to find out that they really they not certified to in the 222s, the 222. They not certified to delegate in the Wisconsin situation where Reverend Eagles say we have been caught up in. We have been entangled in a love affair, but now the lawyers ain't certified to practice in the United States Supreme Court. And then a 7th Circuit Court of Appeals already said that Zookeeper had won. So the district court said, no, I'm not going to change my mind, because if I change my mind, that's going to make me look bad. But then if I look bad this way, then it might make me bad this way. And then Zeus say, well, either way it go, he already win, but then he on the outside looking in. We talking about the Trump and Advance campaign. Can they really make America great again in 2024? We got a situation, Rooker. We say, Trump, he say he want to make America great again. People, can you dig it? And Zeus say he don't know if that's true or false. Zeus say we got a situation where the Trump campaign felt it would be relevant to get the church people back on his side. Because when we pray things away through prayer and petition, the righteous prayer of a good man availeth much. So somebody prayed for Trump, and he prayed with somebody. And then the other people prayed, and then other people prayed, but then we had the naysayers and the doubters still praying. So we always invoke God, but then when we invoke God, he give us something that we really wasn't ready for. And Zeus say we wasn't ready for artificial intelligent traffic control. I mean, it just wasn't something we should think about, because we are so stuck in this thing called cowboy and Indian. If we just do a skit right now, Eagle out here, Lord behold, Eagle done lost his mind. He's having a psychotic episode, if you will, but he's not. But he is, for the sake of the show. And then we got no cameras where the police could validate whether or not it was an episode. If they body cam malfunction, and we want to know, as we talk about the Trump and the Vance campaign, how many body cams have malfunctioned when the city of Beloit, Rock County sheriffs, the people in uniform come to a scene of a crime, and they figure out they go to file and they go to wrestling with the people, and the body cam just don't support their version of events, because ain't no evidence. The defendant come all in, beat up. He say something totally contrary to the police report. And we know the police word has inherited reliability associated with that clause. And shout out to my amigo. So we know the police reports got inherited reliability. So then it may be true, it may be not true, but the person come back in beat up. And we say we beat up Zookeeper tonight, because Zoo out here saying Trump, we need to get him back in office, but we want to shake him up a little bit, like we shook the Jew up. And he say he was shook up, but he wasn't shook up. His hair almost fell out when he was fighting all the cases, but then nevertheless, God made him triumph over that situation. So we got Vance, we got Trump trying to make America great again. Then we got Kamala Harris. She's saying the abortion is something she gonna let the women run rapid with. They can abort at any time they want to abort. And then Zookeeper say we gotta hit you with another scientific fact. We got this thing called bacteria, and the liquid of it creates flesh. So when the flesh harden up, year after year, the bones develop on that flesh, and the bodies get strong. They get beautiful. They get gorgeous. They get wonderful. But they still got blood, bacteria, and all these things in them. And a lot of humans just love sucking on people like vampires. And then they get creating babies that they shouldn't want and don't want and shouldn't have did. And they did want, but they can't afford the babies. But the government got to take care of the baby. And then we trying to figure out what liquid and flesh got to do with today's show. And Roe versus Wade kick in. And Zeus say, when Roe versus Wade kick in, not a women mad. They can't just go around sleeping with anybody no more. Then if they get attacked, they still get their right to have a abortion. But we got a culture of women now that say, well, these women not doing a little bit too skanky of a thing. I can't hold on to a man for nothing. I got to turn my skank up. And we got so many women trying to turn their skank up, but it just ain't in them. They just ain't got the right skank ingredient. And not a men mad. They upset everybody cheating on everybody, and then not a men not sleeping with men, and the women not sleeping with women because, the juices of it. It's just like the sewer, the juices of it. It was a combination of, liquids that form together, and the humans harden their flesh up, and to the liquid of it becomes something that shouldn't have came. And we want to shout out anybody that know their family members and they righteously sleeping in the bed together. You know, Zookeeper got some disturbing information today about family members anonymously just sleeping in the bed, doing drugs and having a ball. And then we wear that the people that say they don't want to access a baby. They don't want the government to be able to take care of your problem. And then it might be your blessing. And it's just so many people out here confused about the do's and the don'ts and the wrongs and the right. And Zookeeper say, let's get rid of all that. We're trying to figure out if we can make America great again with Trump advance. And we trying to figure out how we gonna make some sense of all these calls now we got land in the land. And we trying to figure out is we gonna be able to put something good right here, or is we gonna play games again. And we trying to figure out if we can restore the American dream, but so many Americans don't even know about the tax codes. Everything's so tight. I don't have money to do this. I don't have money to do that. I don't have money to do this. And then they meet Zoo. Zoo say they ain't never been put a petition in to the United States Supreme Court and won. And here it is, Zookeeper say he win every time. It's just like, it's just like watching your favorite movie over and over. Zoo say he lived out this movie every day. He knew that God was gonna send him to the United States Supreme Court because we got so much in the skillet and internet and Wi-Fi. It's definitely in the skillet, but then we want to see if we can get some business district cameras up. The coding's out of place. But the humans said it wasn't. And who was these humans? In these uniforms with the shiny boots. We want to shout out the beautiful cone placements. We want to shout out Trump. We want to shout out Vance. We want to shout out all Republican people that's going to do it right this time. We got Zoo looking in on everybody. He say, he know a little law. He legal savvy, if you will. And then we want to shout out this rookie in liquid form. Flesh got hard. Years created physical beauty. And we want to shout out physical beauty versus spiritual beauty. And Zoo say, as we shouting out the distinguishments between physical and spiritual, we want to shout out financial. Because we got so many beautiful women so financially not straight. I mean, they broke. Do anything for a little change. Stop it, rookies. Zoo say they do anything for a little piece of change, and he don't never want one of his students now to happen to have a situation where they got a job, and because they an employee of the job, they got to do some strange things for change, and then they do it. They didn't want to do it, but they do it. And they didn't know how to say the right thing to invoke their right to be free from that type of discrimination from the superior employer. And then they didn't want to lose their job because they were scared they might not ever bounce back from a bounce back. And Eagle say he the king of the bounce back. We want to shout out a Trump campaign. We want to shout out all the safety cones beautifully placed. Now we can get some artificially intelligent web design, traffic control, photo enforced traffic at the park. And then the guys with all the restrictions can come out and play at the park, help us clean it up. So in the morning time, the park can be beautiful, gorgeous, and wonderful for all the people who like the park. And that's not forbidden from, delegating in nature. Because if you take the people from the nature of it, then what they got left? God created nature, so we want to know why. The humans ain't challenging the government on being restricted from nature if God created nature. And then we want to notate some people really restricted from nature. And then we want to notate if we can update the cameras, would they in fact need to be restricted from nature? It's Zookeeper. He say today's show is he who neglects his present concerns under any situation, where God didn't put you in play around the people that say they God like, will lose his blessing because it got took. You know, blessings get took when you don't realize the blessing you get. So Zeus say he was approached and the challenge was there. Would you dare play with me and help me? I need help. I'm trying to figure out if you a good person or a bad one. And Zeus say, well, truth can't be seen with the naked eye alone. What you think? What God telling you now? As we delegating in business district code, as we delegating in the United States Supreme Court, as we delegating and all your lawyers have let you down. What do you think now about the Zookeep? Do you still want to go on that date? And as we talking about dating and frivolous sex and broke people, we want to talk about the United States Supreme Court and how you get your petition heard. Zookeepers say, let's shout it out. 21 CV 555 JDP. Oh my, the skillet hot. And then 7th Circuit Court of Appeals case number 24-1653. Zookeepers say the rookies, give him a slot. What can you do? And they called him a boy. Can you read, boy? Can you write? And do you got rights? Oh my, it was a situation where Zeus say, this is the love of my life. Have you done this for real? And really it was done. I mean, it was a situation where it was something like this. Stop it, rookies. We got a situation. We got another light out. We in the city of Beloit, we doing traffic control tonight as a free YouTube auditor, exercising my free exercise right clause. That's C. Thompson versus Home, 809-530-376. Eagle say she out. If we hit her from all angles, she out. She been out for a couple of days, couple of weeks, maybe a couple of years, and nobody in uniform. Nobody in uniform, police uniform, has caught the crooks on this or exposed the crooks on this. And Zeus say this is his job. He didn't create his own job on YouTube, and it's a national, international thing he do. He say, if Trump, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, all the likes of the people with the money would see things like Zoo, we would have so many people working for so many years that like to play with the light bulbs. You want to put light bulbs in for the next 100 years? You got enough workers? Do you? Zoo say she out. She not in. He say we got a situation in the city of Beloit and Rock County region, national, internationally, where we can go on bridge safety, highway safety, and do this all day for money. And then the police might want to come out and say, what are you doing in my town? And then you just tell them what you're doing. That's the Zookeeper. He say we bass pro fishing tonight. Only for the real bass pro fish. The fish. The real fish. The people with the money for real. He chasing these people. He talking about people that get sued damn near every day like Trump and me and We delegating lawsuits. It's just fun to us. We sit at the table, we eat good breakfast on it. We don't get nervous. We don't try to kill people about it. We real civil about it. We understand what it means to be righteously sued and unrighteously sued. And if we look closely at the bulb, we trying to figure out, we want to figure out if she should be on right now. If I touch her, you think she come on? If I kick her, you think she come on? It's a zookeeper. He say, we got the cones out, and we want to make sure this pole generate money for 50, 60, 70, 80 years now. We want to photo enforce it. We want to bring it up to code, rookies. The people said it was up to code, and zookeeper told them the whole time it wasn't. Shut up, Zoo. We gonna lock you up. We gonna do this to you. We gonna do that to you. And Zoo say, bring it on. He love all drama. But we want to do, we want to fix that, She come on. Look at her. Did she come on? Oh, my, that's sick. They come on. They come. Oh, my, did you see that, people? You see Eagle hit the he just touched her. She come on, and we want to shout out God at this moment. That was a zookeeper. He say, no, he been to the petition for a review. He been to the United States Supreme Court. He's seen a lot of people that fake confess God's name. It's a sick disease where people really don't know about God. Get to declaring his name, getting the people riled up, get them fired up, and then the other people come around and say they know God, and then, jealousy kick in sometime, and then it don't, but then don't nobody do to you what you do. He saying Sunday worship, rookie, in the city of Beloit, in the county of Rock, artificial web design traffic control might be in the loop. It might not. We kind of stubborn. We might just got the cones out just to play games today. We so broke in the city of Beloit, and on YouTube, on any channel, they say Beloit in the city is the brokest city that could ever be a city. We got this lady named Diane Hendricks putting all her money into these traditional projects. And we want to see if we can put some artificially intelligent based science behind the money she's spending so she can recoup her investment times 1,000. What do you mean, Zoo? Well, we don't have artificial intelligence program nowhere in the loop. And then when you bubble off of it, the bubbling off of it is so nasty that the money you make is just unprecedented. And if you will, we had some unprecedented activities happen with Zoo as he was delegating, saying he had got $50 million for a show, say he was this, that, and the third, and then that happened, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened. And we want to make sure we really, kicking kingdom education to the people. We just don't want to give them a tap dance, a song, and read a few scriptures and then get to begging for their money. We got so many people, just begging for people tithe. Give me your tithe. They don't even know how to say it right. They don't even know how to get you in the spirit of giving. Give me your tithe. It's time to tithe. That's what God say. He go to flipping over the temple tables. The people got so wicked about this thing called money. Nobody came out and taught the people how to make money when it wasn't no money. And then we meet Zoo. Sunday worship with Zoo rookies. He say he love it. The city of Beloit, we got a construction going on, and hopefully we make the most of the cones this time. We want to see some artificially intelligent web design, traffic control for the highway. We want to see some cameras updated on the IT systems. We want to do some experimental situation where we could do something that's not internet, not Wi-Fi, and the police in the city of Beloit only have information to these cameras because we got so many people doing so many things in business district areas and in surrounding areas that's not really righteous for society in this day and time. We got a situation, Rookie. It's Zookeeper. He say, it's so much money we not making that's not in the skillet. And he want to know why. He want to know why we got so many church people having church, begging for tithing, and the food they giving out. And the food they giving out ain't nothing but pantry food. I mean, can we get some McDonald's? Can we get some Arby's sometime? Ain't nobody gonna give out no food to the people that really need a good meal sometime? It's a Zookeeper. Be playing with your mind. Sunday worship with Zoo. I thought you knew. It's Zookeeper. Stop rookies. He say, we got a situation. We going to the United States Supreme Court. And he decreed it. He sent all his legal work to the law students, law clerks, all judges. Let him know he coming. Artificial intelligence could have been in the loop a long time ago, but the people got jealous. And then we could have had a smarter lawyer system, but the people got jealous. They thought, we got lights cutting in and out again. We got a situation in the city of Beloit. We need to update the cameras. We need to update the lighting. Then we get here, we got cameras on top of the light poles like Zoo talked about on his show. It's a sick situation what Zoo do to the people. And slide, baby. He say it's Sunday worship with Zoo. And shout out to Don Hendricks. Shout out to all the construction workers been stealing the lady money. And we want to give us an example of what the people been doing to her as they been tying her off. Stop rookies. I love you, Diane. Look what we got, baby. It's Keeper. Dotsu, we want to make sure. Stop rookies. We want to make sure, rookies.